G'day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's video on YouTube, that being the FlizzLap channel of course. And of course it is a very frightfully cold day. We had temperatures of about -2 degrees Celsius. I can see lots of garden birds outside here. Great tits and all. Right over at the trees that they are perched in at the moment, because obviously they are starting to begin their little, well, let's just say their miniature dawn chorus, even though it's not dawn yet, because, well, we've just gone past dawn at the moment now, because obviously it is of course the middle to the late part of the morning. I usually wake up at that part of the time because it is freezing cold during this time of the year, and so far there hasn't been any signs of snow. Excellent. But what really lies next to me is a very totally different story, and there's some ice to really break. Okay, I'm trying. Oh, freaking hell! There you go. I just stepped on some ice, and all of a sudden it just turned into some mushy and muddy. Oh my god! I wouldn't say it's that muddy. It's actually muddy. Why the accent change? It actually is, of course. Yeah, look at all of the ice. Let me try and break some of the ice here with my feet. I could have just used Mr. Shovel for that one. And there's another one here. Oh my gosh, I can break ice, but flipping hell, that's actually giving me the creeps. Oh, next thing I'm gonna have is frostbite. Oh man. There you go. Please don't attempt to do all of this stuff just as I did, because the next thing you're gonna step on icy water. The next thing you're gonna know, you're gonna straightforward getting signs of frostbite, hypothermia, if that's the correct term, and whatever. Obviously, that was not really great of me doing so, but there you go. I've just dirtied my trousers just a bit because of, yeah. You know what, that's actually fairly nice and fun to know of just how very different it is. Right, so the thing that has been keeping so far today, as I'm making this video, it's about mid-January, and it's very strange to know that we've lost all of the snow, because, yeah, last week was an absolute freak. Yeah, last week obviously was a very big freakish, how'd you say it, barrage of snow. And obviously, look at the dead nasturtiums. They are straightforward everywhere. Sorry if I'm repeating the same quote over and over and over again, because I'm just quite conscious on the fact that, yes, I am getting dirty after kicking on some stupid, oh, let's just say, darn frosty water. Obviously, it's very icy. I wonder if I should pour all of this out. Look at that. Look at all the ice that's just decided to come out. Look at all of this goddamn ice. It's everywhere, isn't it? There you go. I've actually decided to empty out. Maybe if I try and empty this one here, then hopefully we won't get any signs of ice. But it's still prevalent, hey, somehow. And what is that? Okay, I thought it was something else, hey. So, as strange as it sounds, hey, as I'm looking around in my backyard garden, there's not even a single nasturtium seed anywhere. But I do have some spare nasturtium seeds to plant for this year's spring. And I got a painful canker sore in my mouth here, so please do rely on this. My mouth is in a lot of pain, so please respect me in that here. Anyways, so yes, as you can see, there's a lot of frost right over. Yeah, I've got a mouth ulcer. That's what I just said. Hey, really painful. It usually goes away for about 1 or 2 weeks after, you know, biting my lips, obviously. Yeah, there's a lot of frost, as you can see, and of course it is freezing cold hell. That's because we're already, we've already introduced some milder air a couple of days ago, but we're now plunging into some really cold air. But we didn't get any snow, so if it was going to snow, hey, we need to have some rain first, and a combination of freezing temperatures. But we didn't get this until, we didn't get that until, last week came in. I think, strangely enough, why do I have to reverse roles? It's weird, isn't it? I think last week we did get any snow, but didn't get any. How weird is that? There you go. Probably much more makes sense now, doesn't it? What is going on with me? I can't even talk properly. Right, so there's the bird food here. I actually did, I did buy a bit of bird food recently, and I purchased some sweat boars or fat boars, and most of them would have been consumed. Really cold. In fact, it's still freezing cold outside. There is a lot of bird activity here. I can see a little, is that a robin? That's in the middle there. Yeah, obviously a lot of plant life is usually really absent during the time, obviously, in the way I grow plants. I think, let's just say, before Christmas, that's when I would probably see them the last, I think. And, yeah, I can't believe it, of just how totally transformative the back garden is like. And I'll tell you what, one other thing I was also going to say, there's your saying, now you see it and now you don't. With all of this freezing weather that we just had, what a contrast. Anyways, so yes, we got the dead nasturtiums. We've also got a massive overgrowth of grass. Lots of it, isn't it? I wonder if I should pull out that lot of, oh yuck, look at all the bloody soil and all of that compost. Not sure if you can throw all of that away, yeah, that's actually been quite significant. Somehow it's starting to feel more like some sort of icy looking marshland. Oh, there you go, I've basically just unloaded the old soil. Maybe I need to go ahead and get a shovel with me. Let me just go and get Mr. Shovel for a bit. Normally I tend to use him as a toy destroyer. And obviously I'm trying my best not to jump cut here because I get lots and lots of saliva on my tablet. And for some reason I've taken a photograph, which was not that great. It's like I'm running a freaking live stream, but of course, yes, I am. I was going to say, hey, I was going to do a live stream for my YouTube, and then she thought, no, that's not going to really work for me. Okay, look at all of this slush that I've just released. Look at the soil. It's gone very muddy. It's like, oh gosh, something you find on a 50-year-old pigsty. And I'm just basically torturing plant pots. What the hell? I feel like I'm killing plant pots on purpose. Yuck. Wait till the soil gets dry, and you find out, hey, who's done all of this mess during midwinter? Yuck. Yucky. I feel like I need to probably escape. Do feel like I need to wash these plant pots because, hey, look at the mud. It is just everywhere as hell. Oh my god. Right, that is a lot of mess. And, oh, guess what I found? A piece of ice. Might think it's a piece of glass, but it's actually ice. Right, anyways, sorry about the utter mess I've caused so far for today. Nearly destroyed my plant pots. There's this last patch of compost, which can be recycled and reused. The good thing I've done so far, apart from wrecking all of these plant pots, which was a really bad thing to do, I've actually aroused some worms. Earthworms, obviously. Crazy, isn't it? Right. Not much to really see in the backyard garden. I do know that there are some spring bulbs on the other side of my garden, like, bluebells and other plants like that. And I'm getting dirty. What is going on? Just knocking over like freaking plant pots and breaking ice from soil. That was just totally embarrassing. Right, so as I'm back from this complete manic that I've done, as you can see, yes, not much has changed. Let's just say the big plant pot with the soil and the grass that has been grown up, it looks like, hey, I'd probably say, yeah, I think they've done so much better. And what's quite funny is that if I look around in my backyard garden, do you know what's actually missing? I don't see any signs of grass. Quite unique, isn't it? Although I can see small patches of grass right over here, and therefore, yeah, you know what it was? I've actually been digging out so many bits of soil and actually killing so much of all of the grass that, yes, if I think back to last year, there was a lot of, like, landlord activity who decided to come along and, let's just say, restart the whole backyard garden all over again. But there you go. This is actually quite a very interesting tour around. All of that dead nasturtium guff can be straightforward used for something else. I can also see, yeah, dead cosmoses as well too, that we had from like last year. Quite amazingly, I'm starting to feel like, hey, am I sniffing back to 2025, seeing all of the overgrowth of nasturtiums? And look, they are just, yeah, they're just straightforward dead. Even though they've just looking like, hey, I think they've just grown, yeah, extensively. That is a lot. I feel like that is a massive amount of hard work to try and get them back again. I'd pretty much say so, huh? I think when they're like that, it looks like a bunch of noodles or a bunch of spaghetti. Wonder if I can try and get rid of that lot to try and prepare for this year's spring. But anyways, yes, that's just me looking around in my backyard garden, but nothing else. But it's just that. And yes, I'm actually filming on my tablet, which unfortunately suffered a nasty collision from my foot. I think it was my right foot. And all of a sudden, bang, the screen that I just had, it just started to break. And that was not a very great thing to really think about, because, hey, I'll tell you what, my tablet is back up and running. It's now got a nicely erudite sort of glue sort of screen that I've just have. And yeah, it's also got a new tempered glass. Thank goodness my father came along and restored that thing into place. And I do want to apologise for the lack of new videos, because I was focusing on delayed videos on the earlier part of this week. So that goes that message. Right, I'm going to leave this video here. It's probably best for me to go inside, because it is a shockingly freezing cold day. And I won't have to mess all of the amount of plant pots that are right over in my neighbourhood here. So that's it for me. And if you're really enjoying this video, please give this video a very good like, subscribe for more Flat videos in the future, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now. Oh, I'm done messing around with plant pots. Might as well get myself cleaned up. Bye.